Welcome, everybody, to Cup with Gup on this beautiful Monday, September 20th, 2021. Man, what a game last night to wrap up. I guess tonight we'll wrap up week 2, but to wrap up a solid Sunday was kind of a slow start with most of the action-packed games in the 3 o'clock slate. Had some good games, though, out early. It was a good day of football all the way around. PGA finished solid. Didn't get the winner, but I did profit on the week, so I was happy for that. And we had a sub take down 2 of the $200 single entry contest, turning $400 into $60,000. I think it's Tyke Zeros, his name in Slack. Congrats to you. That is awesome. Had a lot of great plays in there. Very low 6 of 6. So it was a good start to PGA as far as that goes. Content wise, all that kind of stuff. Enjoyed it. We got an interesting format this week. Looking forward to it as well. With the Ryder Cup is now here. We had a 2019 President's Cup that was like this, and so I'm updating my tool that I built for that. And so on and so forth. So we have that for us. I'll have a smashing all that. I'll get into that a little bit later as far as there is DFS this week to be had. Looks like some pretty good contests as well. The 2 that they had up there, I don't know if they've added more, but there's $100K to first, 400,000 total pot, $10 one that'll be some fun. A lot of strategy involved in it, obviously. Not a lot you can do until you start seeing matches, but we'll get going on that. As always, use the code CUP. Get 15% off any package right now that gives you a free 7-day risk-free trial as well. If you don't like us after 7 days, you can cancel. You never get charged. Great time to join with college football going on, NASCAR, obviously NFL. We got you covered wall to wall there. NBA is around the corner. MLB playoffs are coming. Always have some fun with some showdowns and stuff like that on the MLB. I like the playoffs. I'm not the season's kind of long for me and so much else going on, but I do enjoy playoff baseball. It's always a good time. So a lot going on. UFC, got that as well. Had a card Saturday, big card there. Looking forward to NFL Week 3 that will start Thursday. We obviously have one more game tonight that maybe it can keep up what we've been doing with these primetime games. Have been awesome. Subscribe to us on YouTube and hit that like button for me. Tell me your favorite play on the Lions tonight in Showdown. I'll be doing some giveaways probably tomorrow or Wednesday, one of those two. Everybody that left comments yesterday's pod, I'll grab those as well. And then I always look for guys that subscribe to us on YouTube. Gave away 10 Millie Maker tickets last week, for all you guys that helped us out there. And the best way to get in those is rate and review us on iTunes and subscribe to us on YouTube. Takes less than a minute to do both. We appreciate all the help there. If you haven't given us a rating and review on iTunes, go ahead and get that knocked out. That'll get you into these drawings I'll be doing throughout the season. Right now, you can go to underdogfantasy.com. I think it's underdogfantasysports.com, or just get the app. The app is awesome. Deposit $10, get free $10 with the code GUP. They have best balls going for hockey and NHL. Then they have daily games as well. Had a pretty nice one yesterday, and they'll have one out there tonight that I think on Thursday it was like a $50,000 pot. So go jump in that right now. Those are always fun. Wrap up for me yesterday. Cowboys win was good. It was kind of an ugly win overall. The penalties in general for that game was crazy, but the taunting ones all over this. I saw a deal on Twitter earlier, like a 2-minute clip of a lot of them from yesterday. That I wasn't a big rah guy. I don't like the guys. Like if you just make a nice tackle, the guy that gets up and like Ray Lewis is everything, like he just won the Super Bowl. That kind of gets on my nerves. But these most of these that I've seen, they're not. I mean, these guys are playing a very emotional game. A lot of emotions running through them, and when you make big plays like they're doing, I mean, yeah, they get a little fired up, and these are big penalties. They're changing some of the way these games go. So I'm interested to see how they. I know it was a point of emphasis this year, but interested to see how that goes as we continue on the year. Ravens Chiefs game, like I said, awesome fight between those two. They'll probably be seeing each other again in January. Good battle by the Ravens fighting back and getting that W. Big win for them. King Henry goes crazy in the afternoon slate of games. I kind of mentioned, I think it was on the Audible Sunday morning. I was like, man, everybody seems to be fading him. He's probably going to be the play now, and he was. If you had the ability to late swap, you probably could have done some good yesterday, because if you felt, which it was, Chargers and Cowboys were going to be the chalk, if you weren't doing well, you could have swapped off of some of those big priced receivers or whatnot, and gone down to people like Chase Edmonds, or Rondale Moore was a guy I liked and he had a good game, and then or Henry. I wasn't big on Henry this week, but definitely saw the leverage, especially when you get to that after you've already finished up the 3 o'clock or the noon games, and if you can, late swap isn't done enough by people, and I probably need to harp on it a little more for our community, so we make sure to be aware of that. And especially when you have that situation, when a lot of the ownership's going to be still out there for a certain game, and you got some pretty good pivots. If you're behind the 8 ball, that's always a good thing to do. Eagles, man, we had a 4-team money line dog parlay. I told you guys it's that reactionary week has always been good to us. Had the Titans, Ravens, Cowboys, and Eagles all on the money line, paid 35-1, and the Eagles were the only one to lose outright. Titans covered, Cowboys covered, obviously had those straight up bets we released. So released all 4 of those games and then did a money line parlay. But if the Eagles could have, and they should have won that game, man, they outplayed them for so long. Very ugly game. You throw a 91-yard pass and you get 0 points. That's kind of a momentum killer there. Man, we're so close to a 35-1 to hit on that. It's a great week 2. It's a great week to take advantage of some overreactions in the way that people think. And this time, week 3, you'll have some people come back, a little too far. So still some advantages to be had this week. Looking forward to it. Rams stuck out to me, a very solid road win for them. 27-24 over the Colts. Stafford looks good. That offense looks good. And then the Cardinals, I think they, it was a gutsy win. Kyler looks like he's going to be right there in the running for MVP. Rondale Moore looked good. I've been on him for a while now. Hopefully you guys bought some prediction strike shares early on when I talked about that. I'll have some more of my favorites heading into this week as we get later on in the week. A lot of our community is enjoying that. Did a video a couple weeks ago. You can look on our YouTube channel or on iTunes with the head of strategy if you want to learn more about that. And then I'll have my preview and people I'm looking at later on the week, probably Thursday or Friday. Early lines for week 3 that stick out to me. Texans plus 7.5 at home. You get a home dog that big on a primetime game. I tend to like those type of lines. I know Texans aren't, they hung in there for a while yesterday. They're not, doing more than what most people think. They lost by 10 at the end, but covered the spread. And then now you get 7.5, and the Panthers are getting hyped up. I get that. They're looking all right. That's just a big number when you're a home team. I'm interested to see. The only thing that has kept me from just jumping on it yet is trying to debate what the reaction, the home field is going to be like for Houston. The Deshaun Watson stuff. It looks like they've just, they're got rid of so many people and are rebuilding. I'm interested to see that, but man, anytime, the Panthers look good, destroyed the Saints 26-7, but that's one I got my eye on. I like the Cardinals -7. I think that line will move to 7.5 or more. That's an early line I think I want to take advantage of. Jaguars, they're going to take a while to get things rolling. And, he's still a rookie quarterback, new coach to the NFL. It's on the road, so a little hesitant there, but I just mentioned, a home dog, but I particularly like the Texans because it's also a Thursday night football game. So, guys are hyped up. They don't want to lose at home. You're getting 7.5 at home. That intrigues me, but I do like the Cardinals. I think they keep rolling. Raiders are looking good. -4 at home. Dolphins got to come over to the West Coast. Kind of see what's going on with the injury there. With Tua, I don't know if they've said yet. I've been knee deep in research and getting ready for this week, and started looking at some Ryder Cup stuff. So I'll catch up on that. I don't know if he's going to play or not, but I do like the Raiders, and that's what I'm trying not. I don't want to overhype them, but man, they have played well. Good win for them yesterday on the road at Pittsburgh. Big Ben did not look great at all. Interesting to see what goes on with that team. I like the Rams +1. I know the Bucks are good, but they got to go to LA, and I just think the Rams are a good football team. And Tampa's great. I get it. But that game was, what was it? It was like 28-25 at the end of the third with the Falcons. Then they scored 20 straight points in the fourth, two defensive touchdowns. So, I think the Rams can do well there. Then I kind of like the Cowboys on Monday night -4. 4's a little strong for me. I'll have to deep dive and see. But those are the lines that kind of stick out to me for week 3 as we kick off our little look ahead. Monday Night Football tonight, we got the Packers -11.5. Over-under is 48.5. That gives us an implied score of 30 to 18.5. Tyrell Williams is out with a concussion. Khalif Raymond popped up on the injury report late Saturday. That's something to monitor. I think that's a kind of a key to the night, especially when we're looking for value. And DeAndre Swift is questionable, but expected to play. Josiah DeGaro, I don't even know but he's doubtful. He was just on my list. I do have the Packers winning tonight. I think Rodgers kind of goes off. I'm sure he's sick and tired of hearing about the Saints game and how they looked and the offseason. And no better thing than to get right at home against the Detroit Lions. But I do think the Lions will be able to score. I really like the over tonight. The Packers defense ain't anything to write home about, so I'm not thinking that it could be a blowout per se, but I think it'll be a higher, similar to the last week's game with San Francisco with Detroit. They're kind of getting blown out. They were able to come back, play better in the second half, and get that thing close. But I just see points tonight, so I don't see like a 35-10 type Packers game. I'd lean more like 38-20 type stuff. So I think the Lions will be able to run the ball some. Packers struggle there. So I do see a lot of different scenarios of how this game could play out from the DFS perspective. Had some great feedback on the way I'm doing the new article for Showdown. I've got that posted for the premium members. It'll be interesting. I think some of the first things we got to do is figure out, okay, what are we going to do with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams? If you're wanting to go one of those in the captain, which one do you like better? I think Adams will be a little more popular, but because Rodgers is cheaper, I could see Rodgers getting a little popularity as well. I think you could look at paying down at captain tonight so you can fit, Adams, Rodgers, even Goff. I think Goff's in play. Just because, like I said, I think there will be some points to be had tonight, and most likely he'll be involved in all of that. A guy like MVS could be a potential cheap captain-ish, depending on what goes on with Khalif Raymond. I liked him originally. Trinity Benson's probably going to be somewhat popular. I don't know if he gets captain-worthy, but for $1,500 in the captain spot, that really opens up your builds. And I like Hawkinson in general. I've been high on him all preseason. I'm going to have a play on him here in a minute on our Monkey Knife Fight picks. So I could see him getting a ton of targets, PPR type stuff tonight to make him captain worthy. My full breakdown over all the stuff, again, is on the website if you want to go check it out. I think Raymond, because if he's out, so Tyrell Williams is already out. We know this wide receiver core is not very good. That's why Hawkinson is, effectively their number one pass catcher. He is their number one pass catcher, but he's, tight end position. But that brings in, if Raymond's out, it's a late injury. So that has me more worried than what if it had been something he'd been battling all week. Benson comes into the picture. I think St. Brown comes into the picture. Didn't have great stats week 1, but I was watching that game for a while, and Goff missed him wide open. I think if he catches that ball, he probably has a little more hype than what he's got tonight. He's cheap, $2,400. Cephas is probably one that'll be thrown around. The running back situation is interesting on both sides. I think Aaron Jones is definitely in play. He's going to get his, but AJ Dillon I think could get some touches, and he's only $3K. That's worth a look, especially if you're game scripting it. You think the Packers kind of blow it out. Maybe Dillon gets more run late in the game, and he could pay that $3K off. DeAndre Swift, like I said, I think he's going to play. Him and Williams are both viable plays. They both did well last week. Williams catches the ball well. If for some reason Swift was a late scratch, I think Williams would almost become a potential captainable at that place. Right now, I just have a good solid play. And then kickers are in play tonight. I don't really think the defenses are too much. Just going with my game script, like I said, I think a lot of points. Could always get a pick 6 or something like that. Certainly not looking to captain any defenses or anything tonight. But you could. I don't see the Lions D doing much. But then again, pick 6s could come from anywhere. I just don't. I think there's gonna be so many points coming in tonight that I'll be. Kickers will be the kind of, that would be where I go if I'm looking outside of your positional players. I'll probably not have much defenses. If I'm doing an MME, maybe sprinkle some Packers D in case Goff has had some bad games in the past. I don't see Aaron having a back-to-back bad games, but who knows? I think Goff would be a contrarian captain play. That would probably kind of be like the final thoughts there for me. Because I do think, like last week, he could wind up throwing a lot if they're down a lot. And again, I talk about it in the article, but you got to think of the game script, how you think it's going to go, and what does that mean. If you think Lions are going to keep it competitive and be in it the whole game, then you probably lean more towards a Swift or Williams type because they're going to be running the ball effectively, keeping in pace with the Packers. They probably don't want to get in a shootout with them per se, but I think they have a decent enough offense to hang around for a while, but I think the Packers pull away late and win this by double digits and probably cover the spread. More on the over than I am the spread, but my key name tonight that I kind of, last week I gave y'all a little dart. I think St. Brown could have a big game tonight, and if Raymond is out, I really like St. Brown because I think a lot of people will go to Benson. So I kind of like going. I'll have Benson probably. I mean, he's going to be $1,000 if you're just talking flex. So he's an easy, cheap play, and I think most will may not use St. Brown some. So I kind of like St. Brown tonight. Monday night or Monkey Knife Fight picks for tonight. More or less pays 3.6x. You can deposit up to $100 right now and get a $100 match. So 100% match up to $100. If you deposit 20, you get 20. However you want to do it, use the code GUPS, GUPS. The link will be in the pod as well. If you want to click that, or go to monkeyknifefight.com. Deposit with GUPS. You get a 100% match up to $100. I have 3 tonight. I really like this game. More or less 3.6x your money. So if you bet 10, you'd win 36. Aaron Rodgers over 290.5 and Jared Goff over 258.5 is my first more or less play. My second more or less parlay play is, and this one pays 3.6x as well. Devontae Adams over 92.5 and Hawkinson over 60.5. And then my last one is a TD Dance play. This pays 4x your money. I took Devontae Adams, Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones, and those 3 combined have to score over 2.5 touchdowns. Doesn't matter who gets them out of those 3, and that'll pay us 4x our money. So could get over 10x, about 11x our money tonight if all 3 of those hit. Go join monkeyknifefight.com. Use GUPS to get those in. College plays, player props are now up there, so we'll be hitting that market. I gave away some of those last week, so I'm looking forward to that as well as everything else they already have. PGA, as I mentioned, we got the Ryder Cup. Exciting. I always love the Ryder Cup. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it. I will have full coverage as far as, there's only so many players. It's not like you're doing a deep dive or anything like that, but I'll post my article with the tool. And then once we find out the pairings, update that, give my thoughts. I'll have a pod. The Smash will be out either later today or tomorrow morning. It doesn't start till Friday, so we get a little extra day to digest all this golf talk and strategy more than anything. The odds right now is USA minus 185, Europe plus 200, Thai is plus 1,200. Different odds everywhere, just this is the one I'm using. Lift the trophy odds, USA minus 185, Europe plus 140. Odds that I kind of like early, I'll have my official plays out throughout the week. I like day one winner, USA minus 115. I think they start strong. I am on the side that I think USA wins this. A lot of, I'm probably in the minority there. I know a lot of people like the betting value of Europe, and I probably would say that too. I don't know if I'm going to lay minus 185 on USA, but I do think that's where I'm going, and my strategy for DK will kind of be that a little bit. And I like that, them getting out to a good start and winning day one at minus 115 seems like good value to me. Top scores, this is both sides combined. I like Finau 25-1, DJ 11-1, Rory 10-1, and then Hovland 16-1 potentially there. Top scorer Euro, I like Hovland plus 750, and top rookie Euro, this is one of my favorite plays. Hovland minus 125. I have already bet that. That's your free bet of the week right now. That is my only official bet so far. And I will be releasing that obviously to the community, and then obviously they hear it here. Top scorer USA only. I like Finau plus 1,200 or 12-1 and DJ 7-1. Those are ones I'm looking at now. Definitely will be diving in as we get closer to Friday. And I'll be releasing my plays as I see them come up and find the best odds and stuff like that, and have, nightly plays as well once it gets rolling. Always a fun time of the, well, not this year, but any year. I like the President's Cup well. So President's Cup, Ryder Cup, whichever one it is, I enjoy it, especially now that DraftKings does have contests for it. It was fun back in 2019, developing all that tool and stuff, which really helped a lot. Like I said, I'll do the Smash out either later today or tomorrow since we have an extra day. Pricing is out. It came out a little bit ago, so I need to kind of look at that, and then I'll get the Smash going. There's not too much to talk about, obviously. I'll have Cup with Gup back tomorrow morning, and then I'll do the giveaways for the new sub and upgrades that we did from August 1st through for the first Monday Night Football. I'll be able to pull those today, and I'll give those prizes away probably Wednesday or Thursday on the Cup with Gup, and I'll post it too on Twitter, so those guys that may have missed it. The NFL tools and Green Machine are up and rolling. Green Machine's doing awesome. We've had a couple small things, nothing too bad. We're working through it, but a ton of great feedback from it. A lot of people, especially college football, and then the NFL stuff, people are starting to do more MMA because of the Green Machine, which is great because we get to see a lot of different things. We get great feedback. We get feedback so we can try to get things fixed up. The NFL tools will have a couple more updates here in the next couple days. Everything's rolling around there. Great. Appreciate all the support there. And if you want to join now, use the code CUP, get 15% off any package, risk-free 7-day trial. If you don't like us in 7 days, you can bow out and you never get charged. I'll be back either later this afternoon or tomorrow with Smash Factor. And then for sure tomorrow, I'll have another Cup with Gup as we get rolling into the week. Have a blessed day. Good luck tonight on Monday Night Football, and we'll talk to you soon.